Had so many people
That's
tell
right.
me they go out of town thinking they're going to go to the bigger institutions and places and get phenomenal care. And if they need to for certain things that we can't provide, that's certainly appropriate and we support. But if it's something we can do locally, we really, really encourage them to get the care here, because the people who do tell me that it's phenomenal.
Right,
You know, it's phenomenal
right.
care, and they get everything they need right here.
All right, well, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Town Talk. So today, I want to introduce you to our Citizens Medical Center CEO, Mr. Mike Olson. Mike, thank you for being on our program.
It's great to be here, Ashley. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thanks so much. Well, of course, I always like to give anyone who's listening or tuning in the opportunity to get to know who our guest is today. So if we don't know you, what would you like to share about yourself to the public?
Well, I've been the CEO at Citizens Medical Center for about almost 10 years now. Came right on the heels right before Hurricane Harvey hit, which was amazing. So it
not
was
the best time.
First time I've ever been through anything like that.
Really?
But been in healthcare for over 30 years in various leadership roles. I've been CEO of 3 different hospitals, and was mostly from the Intermountain area. Utah, Idaho, Arizona is where I've spent most of my time. And love being here, though. It's a great place to be. We love Victoria.
Right.
Wonderful
Yes,
place to come.
It definitely is. So thank you for all that you do for our community. So speaking of all that you do, all that Citizens Medical Center does, can you tell us a little bit about its fundamentals, its basic facts and information?
Sure. So I think first and foremost, the thing I want everybody to hopefully take away and remember from this conversation we have today is it's just that Citizens is your community hospital. We've been here for 68 plus years, serving this community, not only Victoria, but the surrounding region. And we've grown and expanded as needs have been necessary, you know, and we have over 1,200 employees. Some people don't realize that. It's a lot of employees that are working with us. We have an amazing medical staff and volunteers. That is the group that really makes us click and helps us to be successful in all that we're doing. We can have all the greatest buildings and technology, but our people is what really makes the difference for us as a hospital. We have 317 licensed beds. We're a level 3 trauma center and one of the largest employers, as I mentioned, which has a big economic impact on the community. So it's very vital, very important to the community and the surrounding region. And so I think the things that I like to emphasize, and I always tell this to all the new employees that join us, there's 3 things that we have to do and do exceptionally well. Our first is patient safety. Our second is great clinical outcomes. And our third is making sure that we provide an excellent patient experience, how we interact with our patients, how we treat them. We want people to come away feeling like this is a place where they can come and trust that the care that they're going to get provided to them is exceptional, but are also going to be treated really well in the process.
Awesome. Love it. Well, I can echo that sentiment that Citizens does have that reputation. And so I just wanted to say that from a resident, just a resident over here. Also, to the point you were making earlier about the economic impact of your, 1,200 staff members. That's amazing. It still boggles my mind when I see that number. Yeah. But you're absolutely right. The more residents that we have here that are contributing to the local economy, that's a big deal. And so Citizens is a big part of that. Not to mention the ability to recruit and retain people here to Victoria, businesses here.
Exactly.
So it's part of all the growing Victoria concept.
Exactly. And one of the things that I think people don't realize as much as they need to is, and I want them to know that they can get exceptional care locally here and not need to leave town. I've had so many people tell me, they go out of town thinking they're going to go to the bigger institutions and places and get phenomenal care. And if they need to for certain things that we can't provide, that's certainly appropriate and we support. But if it's something we can do locally, we really, really encourage them to get the care here, because the people who do tell me that it's phenomenal. You know, it's phenomenal care, and they get everything they need right here.
Speaking of right here and phenomenal care, you guys are growing in that area. And talking about more people too, you're bringing more new professionals here to Victoria at Citizens.
We're always recruiting and trying to bring in the talent that we need. and we've been very successful in bringing in some very talented individuals. One that is very exciting is we have a dermatologist who is actually a Mohs surgeon that's joining Citizens Medical Center. Her name is Dr. Paige Hoyer-Williams, and she'll be starting in September, and she'll be officed on the 3rd floor of our imaging center over by the Healthplex.
Oh, nice.
And it's a really nice location, and as a Mohs surgeon, she can make sure that if there is a cancer lesion that needs to be removed, that she can get all of it. And she does her own pathology. She does her own pathology right there on site, and can know that she's got it all. And then she can also make sure that cosmetically it looks great when you're done. So that's a really fellowship-trained specialty that she has. So we're excited to have her. And so she'll be here soon. And
that's exciting.
Encourage people to start looking for her and getting registered to go see her.
I'm definitely going to call. Right next to the Healthplex is so convenient for me. I'm always over there. So cool.
We've also got a new interventional cardiologist, Dr. Harris Kahn, coming. He's coming out of his fellowship up in the Temple, Texas area. And so he is well-trained and experienced and going to be joining us I think his first day is tomorrow, actually. So,
wow.
So we're excited to have him here. And a really tough area to recruit is gastroenterology. And I know it's a ways out, but I do want to say that we have signed a new gastroenterologist that she'll be here in about a year. And she's finishing her fellowship in GI, and that's Dr. Rebecca Sullivan.
Nice.
So having her here is going to be phenomenal. That's a very difficult position to recruit. So we're excited to have her here. And she has some local ties in Calhoun County. So
that's great.
It's really great to find somebody that's coming back home.
Right. I agree. Well, welcome, everyone. If you're listening, we look forward to having you as part of the community. All right. Well, what else is going on? You had mentioned you're expanding, or you recently did too a few years ago with your emergency care room.
Yeah. So a couple of things I noticed when I first got here. There were 2 areas that I felt like really needed to be upgraded and brought up to the latest standards, and that was our emergency department and our ICU. So we've accomplished the emergency department. We did that about 3 years ago. Added a 25-bed facility. 2 big trauma rooms. It has the capability of doing some safe rooms for those going through mental health. It has all the private rooms that are needed so that people can have that privacy, and that's really important. We didn't have some of that before, so I think this is going to be, it has been phenomenal. We were doing about 85 visits a day, and now we're easily up around 110, 115, and we've been as high as 150 in a day. So,
wow.
So it's very busy, and people recognize it's not only a great facility, but it's really, like I said before, it's our staff that make the difference. Our staff are very much focused on delivering the best care they can. So we're excited about that. We also have a great big project going on right now, and that's our intensive care unit and outpatient infusion therapy. It's a 2-story structure, outpatient infusion on the 1st floor, and a 14-bed ICU addition on the 2nd floor. That will be adjacent to our existing medical ICU. So we'll be able to tie in and have the staff cover both areas. And this new one will have the latest and greatest state-of-the-art technology and capabilities. Every single room has been turned into what we refer to as negative pressure capable. So that means it's better safety for patients if there's infections and things like that. Like during COVID, you could turn all those rooms into negative pressure, and everything's exhausted away from the rest of the patients and the staff so that they can have some real protections. So we're excited about that. That's going to be a really nice addition for us. And that'll be towards the end of this year that we'll have that ready to go. And on the 1st floor is the outpatient infusion therapy, where we do a lot of our chemotherapy treatments for cancer patients, along with some other things. And we designed that really with the patient experience in mind, and wanted to make sure it's a comfortable environment. It's very open. There will be a glass curtain wall that looks out into the courtyard, and it'll be really, really a nice, pleasant environment for people who have to come there and sit there for a while to go through a difficult time with their cancer treatments. So, so that's those are a couple of big things going on, and probably would really like to mention too our hyperbaric and wound care center. We have a hyperbaric chamber now. We're going to get a second one, and we're combining those together into that building just south of the current ER.
Nice.
And Dr. Peter Wynn came over, and he's an expert in that. So we've been able to really increase our activity levels there. And it really helps us to treat some of those difficult wounds. They pressurize oxygen into your system, and it helps with the that superoxygenation helps with the healing process. So those difficult wounds and things that are appropriate, it's really a good technique and procedure to use. So we're excited about that coming soon.
Definitely excited about that. You had mentioned a few other, I guess, expansion, like full service surgical services, orthopedic robots. Talk to me a little bit about this crazy cool technology and even AI that you guys are using.
We've been doing the robotic surgery for a long time now. Many years. We've had the latest and greatest Da Vinci robots, but we're getting some of the later technology. We have our general surgeons who are really skilled at this, and we brought on Dr. Metzger. He joined our general surgery group. He had a lot of experience with robotics up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so he's on board with us now, joining the rest of our general surgery group that is just phenomenal. They all do a great job. We also have urology that's been doing robotics for a long time. Our GYNs are doing robotic surgery. So people don't realize that. And then orthopedics, they just started doing some of the robotic knees and things like that, where they can use a device that really helps to get a great outcome with certain patients, where it's appropriate to get those precise cuts and treatment exactly where it needs to go.
Right. Well, what else, Mike? What's going on with the community? Don't you have an event coming up here in October?
Oh, we do. We've got lots of things. We're always trying to be looking for opportunities to be involved in our community. And one thing that I had been successful in doing in other communities I've been is this run against cancer. Cancer touches a lot of people's lives. Right. And Citizens has a phenomenal cancer program. It's been around for 35 plus years. We have the latest technology there as well with the Variant Edge. It's almost like it's very specific, focused. It can target tumors in the brain, everywhere else, and it spares normal tissue. So it's one of a kind in our area. It's really phenomenal with what it can do. It can also do additional radiation treatment, so at like higher concentrations, so you have less number of procedures you have to do, so you can get done quicker. So that's really a great thing. But this run against cancer is a way to create awareness about our cancer program and create awareness about the challenging disease cancer is to so many people. And so we invite people to come and participate on October 11th in downtown De Leon Plaza. And we do a 5K and a half marathon. So if you're big into running, you're a half marathoner, please come out. It's the only half marathon in the area.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the only one around.
Oh, I did not know that.
So not in our local area, it is. You can go to Houston and other places like that for them, but if you want to do one locally, that's where come to this one. But the 5K is also very popular. We'll have 500, 600 plus walkers, runners, people who want to come out and walk. And we invite them to come and maybe do it in honor or remembrance of somebody going through cancer. Those people are going through a really tough time, and this is something sometimes where you can come out and do something tough as well. Maybe you haven't really done this before, and you can come out and do something tough and show your support for that person going through that. Or some people have done it where they've had families come and they'll wear a T-shirt together and they'll do it in honor of somebody maybe who passed away from cancer, and they want to remember them and honor them. So
that is so cool.
So it's a really neat event. We do try to emphasize all the things for screenings, make sure people are doing all the proper screenings they're doing to try to prevent and pick up cancer early so it can be treated, because if it's picked up early, it's much more readily treated. So encourage them to do that.
For support too, when they show up, they see, man, there's so many other people around me who have been impacted by this. So that's so great, but also an educational opportunity for preventative measures as well.
And I'm not much of a runner. People who look at me go, yeah, he looks more like a linebacker than a long distance runner. And I said, that's right.
That's too
I've
funny.
Never enjoyed running just for running's sake, but I've played a lot of sports.
Same.
Played a lot of sports in my life, football and softball and different other things. And so I started running to get ready for this. And so I've typically run or walked in these events each time just to show my continued support as well. And
That's great.
feel like it's an important thing for us to be doing.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure they appreciate seeing you out there too, running or not, because I'd be joining you walking. Well, awesome. How can people, even the community members who may not be impacted by it and just want to show up and show support, how can they find out more information about it and or even register?
Yeah, just go to the Citizens Run Against Cancer. Just Google it. That's the easiest thing. Just Google that, Citizens Run Against Cancer, and it'll pop up the website. You'll have all kinds of information on there. If they want to sponsor the event, they can sponsor the event. If they want to participate, they can sign up to participate. And it's active now. They can start registering right now for that event. And
awesome.
So it's great. We usually get anywhere from 500 to 800 people come out, and we close down the streets downtown, have a designed route that they take, and it's just a beautiful day and a great opportunity to come out for a great cause.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, is there anything else we can expect from citizens on the horizon? That's kind of how I like to cast it.
I think I want to really make sure that everybody understands that our focus is on quality and outcomes, and we're continually looking for ways that we can do that better and be more effective with that. We have had some great recognitions of late. There's a group called Leapfrog that recognizes hospitals across the country for patient safety measures, and they give everybody a grade. And we're the only facility that's a full-service hospital in the area that's received an A grade, the top grade that they provide. So I think that's a symbol of the success we've had in trying to focus on that, and we're going to continue to do that. We also have a new electronic medical record system, an EMR they refer to it as, called Meditech Expanse, that we added not long ago. It does utilize and has a platform that we can take advantage of some of the AI things that are coming down the road in medicine. And I think that'll be really phenomenal. I can envision the day where a doctor walks into the patient's room and there's ambient listening going on and it's picking up exactly what they're saying, and it's translating that into the electronic medical record, so we can save some time on dictation and all those other kinds of things, and it goes right in. The doctor then just looks it over, makes sure it's correct and accurate, makes a couple of adjustments, and then it's much more efficient for their time. That day is coming, and we're looking forward to that. I think that'll be great, and we've positioned ourselves by getting this new system to be able to take advantage of those platforms when they develop and come down the line. So I think that'll be an exciting thing for us. We just want to make sure that people know, stay local. You know, if there's something that can be done here, look into it more thoroughly, because I know a lot of people who have thought, well, for cancer, I've got to go up to Houston and go up there and receive care. And they'll go up there and they'll get a treatment plan, and then they find out they have to go up every day for radiation therapy. Well, I have a news flash for you. Radiation therapy is exactly the same in Houston as it is in Victoria.
Is it really?
It's exactly the same.
I think that might be the misconception.
The treatment you're getting, that radiation dosage and everything else is identical.
The exact same.
So why travel so far when you're sick and not feeling well every day when you can get it done locally here? And in fact, our equipment is the top of the line. So it's as good as you can get anywhere.
That's a good point.
And our radiation oncologists are extremely experienced. Dr. Jans has been doing this for 30 years. Dr. McCurdy's been doing it for 20. So we've got lots of experienced people who are involved with the care and treatment.
But if it's a fundamental treatment, a fundamental standard piece of equipment, and the only difference is the physician overseeing it, then that makes sense.
If there are things that are appropriate to go out of town for, if you've got something really unique or going on, or you need to be part of a clinical trial or something like that that's very specialized, and then that makes perfect sense. But for a lot of the routine types of things that are being done, you can get that chemotherapy here, you can get the radiation treatment here, you can get a great treatment plan here, and there's really no reason to go outside of town for things. That goes for hearts, that goes for everything that we're doing. You really don't need to unless it's something very unique and specialized that we don't provide.
Right. Well, that was a great way to conclude. But, I always have to ask one last question about you, Mike. And it's, what fun fact do you have to share with us? It helps me to get a better understanding of each other, of really who our guests are. And so do you have one that you'd like to share?
I'll give you a couple things. So my wife and I have been married for 41 years.
Congratulations.
We have 6 children.
Congratulations.
And all of them are married, and we've got 10 grandchildren.
Oh,
we've
wow.
got our youngest daughter, who actually graduated from Victoria West here.
Oh, nice.
She came, was a junior in high school when I came, and she graduated. Anyway, she played volleyball for them. She played
nice.
college volleyball, as did my other daughter, played college volleyball. So anyway, she's pregnant with twins. So
that deserves a congrats.
She's due in September, and she already had one baby, so this is a big surprise, but they're excited. And actually, another interesting fact is my other son has 2 sets of twins. So I don't know where the twins are coming from in our family.
You guys are blessed.
But it's happening for us. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, I bet you are. But 10 already grandchildren, and it sounds like 2 more on the way.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Well,
excited.
Congratulations again. I know I've said that a lot, but that's exciting. Good times.
Thank you.
Good times on the horizon. Well, thank you again, Mike, so much for being on our program. I'm always excited to learn more about our local hospitals. I mean, that's a fundamental service provided to our community, our region, really. I say community, but it's our region. And so thanks so much for the hard work, you and your staff. If you have any staff listening, I want to say thank you. I'm sure you want to say thank you.
I can't thank our staff they're amazing. They are amazing. All of our doctors, our technicians, even the people who make sure our environmental services are great, our buildings are clean and nice.
Right.
Facilities work. All that is fundamental to making sure. And I always say we are a team in healthcare.
Right.
Healthcare is I refer to it as a team sport. We all have a role to play. Nobody's role is more important than anybody else's. It's just different. We have different responsibilities, and we all come together with our talent and our ability. We get great outcomes. So we appreciate that team. They're phenomenal.
Thank you for sharing that. And thank you again for being on the program. We look forward to talking to you next time. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Town Talk. Check out future episodes at victoriatx.gov/Town Talk, or of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Spotify account. Make sure you hit that notification button to be sure that you get alerted instantly when our new episodes debut. You don't want to get behind, you want to stay informed, so make sure you do that. We appreciate your support, couldn't do it without you. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you next time.